In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to work with Google Earth, the Protractor, and Google Classroom. So the first thing that you have to do is go to your Google Classroom. I'm going to use the red class as an example. And once you go here, you go to classwork, and here you have a tab and topic that is called maps. Here you're going to find a tutorial that actually I'm recording right now and the answers for the exercise. There is another thing important to find. So this is going to be the assignment that you will have to do, isn't it? There's going to be a tutorial that I'm recording right now here. You can watch it and come back if you need anything. But let's go to the exercise itself. So when you go here to classwork, you're going to find also maps, all this classwork, but also you're going to find different topics here. So I want you to go to, in this case, to resources side. This is my main site, which contains tons of resources for you for different units that we will teach in the future. So I'm going to click on this one, and once you are here, this is very important, you're going to go down to maps over here. Click on maps, and at the bottom there are different files for Google Earth and projects. You're going to try to find practicing navigation with headings and distances. Okay, do not click in the X, do not click in the V1. You have to click in the arrow to download it. So when I click on this one, you can see at the bottom I have it in my download folder. You will have it in your download folder too. Do not double click there. You have it already in the download folder. I can see it here. I downloaded several times, but I have it in my download folder. So the next thing that you do is go back now, and then you can type, for example, you can find it here if you want, actually, because they have it in Google Earth. There it goes. So you can find it there, and I'm going to go to Google Earth. Once you have it there, Google Earth open, and then we reviewed this in a video before. And now what you're going to do is try to go to projects, and then you're going to open. And then here you're going to say import KML file from the computer, because you have it in your download folder. So I'm going to click on that, download folder, no desktop, download folder, and I'm going to find that one, practicing with navigation. Here it is. So I'm going to double click, and it will open the project. Okay, so once you have it ready, you're ready to begin with all the recording and the answers. Let me tell you a couple of more things that are important. You might find that it's cluttered with a lot of information, like this one, isn't it? So remember that what we can do is we can clean all, which will be the best, so we don't have too much noise on the screen and you have all the points that you need to work with. Now, here always will be projects, and this is the one that you have. There are certain instructions here, and there are the 10 points that you can see on the map right now. If you want to navigate to one, you only double click and you'll go immediately to that point. Okay, so these are important things to review. So the next thing that you have to do is activate your Google Chrome Protractor. So I'm going to go here, and this is the extensions. Click on that one, and then you have one that says Protractor. So I'm going to click here, and as soon as I click there, then this little green thing appears here. Okay, and we're going to talk about that super quick because that's very important. If I click here, a whole protractor appears there. Okay, so now you got to pay attention, because for some reason, and unfortunately, the degrees start here in 0 and they go the reverse, like 20, 30, 90, but that doesn't matter too much. We're going to play with these two angles here. Now look at carefully what I'm doing. I can move my protractor, and look at this X. If I hover over, there are tools here, like simple ones. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do right now. Okay, if the protractor is here done, what I have to do, the only thing that I have to do, it's I'm going to put here 0. You know, this green one, I'm going to leave it in 0 there, over there. And this one is the one that is going to help me to measure the angles. Okay, so if I put it here, for example, the angle here is 57.8. If I put it there, the angle will be, of course, 90. If I put it here, the angle will be 180. If for some reason the protractor is turned, like you don't have the zero moving up, remember, you always can do it with this little symbol here. Fix it. Put the 0 to the north. Rotation. And then you're going to put this one. And then you leave it there. Exactly. Got it? So you can fix your protractor if it's moved. Perfect. So now you're ready to work. You have really the protractor. You know that you have to put this green on the top 0. And you know that you move. And then you're going to measure the headings moving just the blue. And you read this number at the bottom. Okay? So, and you have Google Earth ready. So let's see what it says in your answer page here. Maps. So I'm going to just go to one. From Montreal to Bermuda. Okay, so then I'm going to go here back, and they're asking me to go from Montreal to Bermuda. Okay, so I can just close this because I don't need it right now. So that's much better. I have more room in the screen. From Montreal to Bermuda. Okay, so here is Montreal, and Bermuda is here at the bottom. So basically I have to put my protractor over here in Montreal, the center there, double check that this is in 0, and then I can see Bermuda here, isn't it? So there's going to be something like this direction here. So it's 150 degrees approximately. But in order to be absolutely sure, it's better to do the distance first, from Montreal to Bermuda. And in order to do that, I use the ruler. So here it is. Click in here. Check that your distance is in miles. There it goes. And then I go here. One click Montreal and double click in Bermuda. Remember, you can move this one too, but that's it. So the distance is 1017.66 miles. You can go back and record that in your answer sheet immediately, isn't it? Distance 1061.77 miles. That's my distance. 117. Very good. Now I need my heading. So then I'm going to move this one here. I don't need more. The distance, leave it there because this line is going to help you. And then I'm going to move this one, put it in the center, and then double check that this one, it's giving me, matches exactly the line that I did. There it goes, 150. So the heading is 150. I'm going to go back and record heading or direction 150 degrees. Done. I did one. So from Montreal to Bermuda, I have to go 150 degrees and 1061.77 miles. So that's how you do the exercise, and then proceed to the next one, isn't it? Here are all the questions, 1 through 10, and I'm going to put 11 because I did the first one as an exercise. So remember that, you have all the steps that you need, but basically you always do the drawing first from this one, let's say, to this one. Move your protractor. If your protractor, for some reason, it's, you have this little X here. For some reason it's tilted, you just put it to the 0 there. That's it. And remember to put always the green on the 0 there. Move your protractor where they ask you, the central, the headquartered city, and they say from Montreal to Niagara Falls, and then move this one until they match that. That will be 240. It might be here, it might be there, but you always read this number at the bottom. And the distance is here, isn't it? Ruler here. Perfect. That's how you work with the exercise.